And listen, at the end of the day, marketing is marketing. I know a lot of people are just not a fan of marketing because of the fact that most people just make up BS stories. And if you guys actually want to see the origin of like where native ads come from, I'm going to show you an ad that I added. And this was before, native ads were really a thing. I added this to our winning ad doc, and I think it was like 2024 when I added this. And let me just show you what the original native ad actually is. So here is actually the original native ad. And I'll show you again, this was inside of the Evolve winning ads doc. And as you can see here, this was launched October 19th, 2018. This ad is coming up on 8 years of running, okay? And as you can see, it has a photo of a tree, and then it says up here, my husband was on a waiting list to receive a heart. Now, a lot of you guys are having Claude generate these scripts for you and having, and this is actually a real photo. I mean, 1.1 million likes, guys, 56,000 comments. Like, this is ridiculous, okay? And a lot of you guys, again, creating these random generated photos, creating these AI scripts, and a lot of you guys aren't able to understand what's going on. And so what I want to talk about here is that at least if you have something going, at least I can help you. If you're running native ads and native ads are working for you and they're getting you some sales, I'm happy for you. But at the end of the day, you guys need to stop and ask yourself, like, why is this working? And if you guys actually start to build a real skill set, you'll be able to understand specific things like, oh, here's a curiosity gap. I have my husband was on a waiting list to receive a heart, and I have a photo of a tree. How do those two things connect? And then what happens? The copy actually delivers it and connects the two together. And it's like, wow, that is a phenomenal idea. And that's just one thing that you can analyze from this. And then if you actually know how to do that, then you can say, okay, brain, how do we create other ads that just have a curiosity gap, right? How can we apply this same kind of idea? And I want you guys to understand this as well, is that if you literally take a look at this, this is a real review. This is actually from a testimonial. And that's what native ads were originally supposed to be. Native ads were just supposed to be testimonials that were phenomenal that you put on your ad. And what ends up happening, Ecom bros being Ecom bros, if you guys are doing these like collab posts, it's not even a real person. Some of you guys are just pretending that it's a fake AI person, and then you're making up some random story, and then you're sending people to a product page to get them to buy. At the end of the day, listen, you guys can do what you want to do. I'm not saying that we haven't tried these and we haven't made up stories and, oh, Spencer's Mr. Clean and like Mr. Ethical. At the end of the day, just because I'm not a fan of them doesn't mean that you don't have to run them. The reason why I'm personally not a fan of them is because of the fact of how people are thinking they're actually building a skill set with this, when all of you guys are literally just copy and pasting, and again, not actually learning anything from your ads. And that's the other thing that I just want to talk about is I get that marketing has a lot of storytelling to it, right? And I've said this publicly, where like the best marketers and the people who can really scale know how to storytell, right? So if you ask me, there's two types of brands that get up to incredible scale. One is the brand that knows how to storytell, and two is the brand that knows how to build product. And if you can do both of those, then you'll really scale. My point with this is that native ads are just a method of storytelling, right? They're a way to essentially tell a story and get somebody bought in. And for those of you guys that don't even know why native ads work, it's because they're camouflage, right? They don't look like ads. And so people bring their guard down. This is 101 from Breakthrough Advertising with Eugene Schwartz. He talks about camouflage advertising all the time, where the ad just doesn't feel like an ad. And you guys have to understand that, again, if that is what is working, all this is doing is it's just building belief. And so again, another thing that you can extract is the fact that, oh, okay, these ads do a really great job of building belief, or these ads don't seem like ads. So how can you apply that in other areas, right?